Hi there. I wanted to make a real quick tutorial for some of y'all who are struggling a little bit with how to make a title page and other formatting in Chicago style. So this is just a real quick overview. I have here a lovely blank page in a Word document, and I'm going to scroll down about a third of the way. Okay, and I want to center this. Now, your title pages should be single space, so you go to the Home ribbon, you click on Paragraph, you click on Spacing, and you have single space. And this is important. You want to click on Don't Add Space Between Paragraphs of the Same Style, because otherwise you'll add extra space, and sometimes I do comment on that. Okay, so you click that, you click OK. Your title is always going to be in caps, and remember, I like a real title, not just the title of the assignment. So I put in here my real title. Okay, then you go down about a third more, and let's see if we can get that on my screen here. It's a little awkward working with this recorder. Okay, so I'm about a third more down, a third up from the bottom. Now you put your name, and you put the class title, and you put the date, which is okay. Notice that it is not required in Chicago style to have any more than this information. You can put the professor name. If you do that, you need to put my name, because I'm the one opening this document. I'm the one reading this document. Okay, now, one more thing you need for the title page. You want to start a page numbering, but you don't want to show it on the title page, because the title page is page 0. Page 1 is the first page of your text. So how do we do that? You go to Insert, you go to Page Number, you go to Top of Page, and you want this one, which has, scroll down too far, the right hand. Okay, so now we've got page 1. You don't want page 1, remember, you want page 0. So how do we do that? First, we go here and we put Different First Page. Then we go to Page Number and Format Page Numbers, and you start at 0. Okay, now look what just happened. Your page number disappeared because we have a different first page. Now we go down to the bottom here, and you want to make a new page number, a new page. You can scroll, you can hit enter a number of times, but the best way to do this, quickest way to do this, is just do a control enter, and voila, you've got a new page. And check it out, it's page number 1. Now, we want to go back to the left-hand margin, but we want to make a couple other adjustments. First is, we want to have, instead of single spacing, double spacing. And again, make sure you have Don't Add Space Between Paragraphs of the Same Style, or I will be annoyed. You go to Tab, Indentation, which is first line. It should be no bigger than ½ inch, 0.5 inches. You click on OK. Now, I'm going to copy a bunch of text in here just so that you can see how this looks. And that's probably enough. Go back up here. And we go here and we space. You are not required to use an extra, to have a header in here. You can by just clicking in here and putting in your name or whatever. That's fine. I don't really require it. The Ipsum the lorem ipsum adds extra spaces between paragraphs. You do not want this, so I'm just going to delete that. If you're typing along, you won't have this extra problem. Okay, we're going to do a footnote really quickly. Note that the footnote number is outside of the punctuation. And the way you insert a footnote is you go into References. And see this nice thing here? It says Insert Footnote. Voila. It just made a number at the end of that paragraph, and it just made a nice place to put your footnote, and you can start your footnote there. I'm not going to belabor that because the next thing I want to do is to create a bibliography. So again, Control Enter to create a nice new page. And at the top of the page, you want centered, home, center, the word bibliography. And you can bold that if you like. All right, now we go down, we do left-hand margin. The way you need to format your bibliography is you go in here again. Bibliographies can be double or single spaced. If they are single spaced, you want to put, well, for any of them, you want to put single spaced, no extra space between paragraphs, and you want to make a hanging indent, no more than 1/2 inch, okay? And you click on that, and now I'm going to copy a citation here that I made up totally off the top of my head, and you paste here. Of course, you need to take the bold off. Note how this is cited. Most of you have this down, but just a review. Last name, first name. Remember, footnotes are first name, last name. General Style Guide. This is the name of a chapter or the name of an article. If you don't have an article or a chapter number, you can just get rid of this. Your title of a book or of a journal is always, always, always in italics, okay? And you can do a double space. Okay, that's how you do it in single space. And remember, these are in alphabetical order. If you want to double space, you click here. You can highlight, and you click again on paragraph, and remember this is where we do the line spacing, double. But here I'm going to save you a little bit of time here. Don't add extra space is what we do usually. Here you do want extra space, and I'd put like 12 points. Click on this and see what happens. Now, see, it's got all this extra space. You don't want the extra space. You only really want a double space between them. So this is how it should be formatted. You should only have about one single space here, meaning double space. I know it's confusing. You shouldn't have a huge gap between these. So you can do it this way, or you can do it double space and don't add extra space, in which case you'd have to go through this and you'd have to manually add an extra space, but you added too much space when you double space. You only want a single space. So the correct way to do that is to, again, highlight, unclick the don't add space, add about 12 points or maybe even 8 points, and there it automatically gives you a little teensy bit of extra space between your entries. That way, when a reader comes to view your bibliography, remember, bibliographies are a service to readers, they can quickly scan this and see the difference between each document is, okay? So if you run that together, that's hard to see. If you have extra space, you're just eating up paper unnecessarily. Bibliographies also have page numbers. Okay, hope that helps.